Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No, don't. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save. Whenever you're ready.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
For over 50 years, Burlington's legacy has been great deals on coats for all weather conditions. So before you're caught unprepared for the winter weather, head to Burlington for name brands, quality items, and surprising fits for every family member. Stock up on coats, sweaters, and accessories before the cold hits, so you can finally stop avoiding the elements and start living comfortably. Warm up at your nearest Burlington location less than 1 mile away. Burlington. Deals, brands, wow.
Hello Quizheads, welcome to Takeaway Trivia, episode number 245. I'm Leon, your quizmaster from Hereford, UK, and this is another 4 rounds of pub quizzing in a podcast. Yes, 4 rounds of pub quiz style trivia, and it's up to you how you play. You can either do it while taking a hike, while on a road trip, or you can play it like a real pub quiz. Get your friends together, get tables and chairs, and battle your brains. I provide the questions, you provide the rules. Hope you're safe and dry this week. We have had quite the weather here in the UK. Storm Bert has hit us hard, particularly sort of near my patch here in Herefordshire and South Wales. We have had an absolute deluge of water, a lot of flooding nearby. So anyway, I hope you're safe where you are and not too soggy. Thank you to those of you that have messaged over the last week. I know there are a few of you that don't like the shout-outs, so please use the time codes in the show notes to skip ahead if you wish. If not, a few quick hellos. Daisy says my boyfriend Morgan is 27 on the 27th of November. Wish him happy birthday. We listen as we travel from Birmingham to London and back to visit his family. Morgan, happy birthday. Thank you, Daisy. Miriam Allardyce says shout out to my partner Matt, my sister Daisy and her boyfriend Tom. And Cameron Turner says we have a mate named Chris Harrison who thinks the quiz is too easy and wants some harder questions. Can he get a shout out? Chris, that's a bit of a humble brag there, isn't it? I'm not here to defeat. I'm here to entertain. But I'll see what I can do. Maybe a few harder questions. There is actually a really tricky one coming up in the Final Fling later on. Becky Thomas says, shout out for my boyfriend James Kenyon, as it's his birthday. We're currently road tripping around New Zealand with some friends from Melbourne. Ingrid says, shout out to my boyfriend Owen from Ireland. And Shane says a shout out for me and my girlfriend Trang. We live in Vancouver, Canada, and listen on road trips around Canada and the States. Kirsty Mills from Devon says, wish my partner John a happy 50th for last week. We've completed every single quiz. John, happy birthday. Hope you had an awesome 50th. And thank you, Kirsty. And finally, shout out to Ruby Morton from Swan Hill in Australia. Merry Christmas from your secret Santa. It was me who bought the sign. That's from Eleanor Mullins, an early secret Santa there. And hello to Rihanna, who says, I've got something for the correction section from episode 244. Well, otomoto does mean chopstick. I asked you what otomoto means in Japanese. Rihanna says it's not really used in conversation. Otomo is more or less just what they print on the packaging of disposable chopsticks. Hashi is the more widely used word for chopsticks when speaking Japanese. That's big love from Aotearoa, I think that is. Aotearoa in New Zealand. That's from Rihanna, who studied Japanese for 4 years. Rihanna, thank you for that. Good knowledge. Good stuff. What's coming up in this week's quiz? Well, we'll be playing the Final Fling. I've got a round of the TAT 10 for you. This week it's all about film characters. We've got an entertainment round, but let's start with general knowledge. Good luck. Here we go again then for general knowledge round number 245. 10 questions to get you warmed up and in gear for this week's takeaway trivia. Question number 1. Which character is portrayed by Ariana Grande in the new film adaptation of Wicked? So number 1. Which character is portrayed by Ariana Grande in the new film adaptation of Wicked? Number 2. What is the name given to piles of stones found on mountaintops? Question number 2. What is the name given to piles of stones left by travellers and climbers at the top of mountains? Number 3. Which is the only airport in the UK to be named after a football player? Question 3. Which is the only UK airport to be named after a football player? Number 4. We're talking wrestling now. What was the biosecure bubble that the WWE used during the COVID pandemic called? Question number 4. In wrestling, what was the biosecure bubble that the WWE used during the COVID pandemic called? Number 5. Which ocean surrounds Hawaii? Question 5. Which ocean surrounds Hawaii? Question 6 on your general knowledge this week. In feet, how high above the floor is the net on a netball court? Number 6. In feet, how high above the floor is the net on a netball court? Number 7. What is the highest number on a roulette wheel? Number 7. What is the highest number on a roulette wheel? Question 8. What is the name of the fault that causes the earthquakes around San Francisco? Number 8. What is the name of the fault that causes earthquakes around San Francisco? The primary fault we're looking for. I think The Rock did a film about it once. Number 9. Conkers come from which tree? Question number 9. Conkers come from which tree? Is that a British thing or is that worldwide? Game of conkers. Used to do it as a kid, haven't done it for years. And number 10, rugby player Louis Rees-Zammit joined which NFL team this year? So number 10, rugby player Louis Rees-Zammit joined which NFL team in 2024? That's your 10 questions for general knowledge. I will have the answers to those after round number 2. What is round number 2, I hear you cry? Well, let's take a look at films, television, music, and occasionally video games and books as well. It's an entertainment round. 10 questions, starting with number 1. What is the name of the motel in which Janet Leigh's character is killed in the classic film Psycho? Number 1, what is the name of the infamous motel in which Janet Leigh's character is killed in Psycho? Question number 2, which band were worried about Ray in 2007? Question number 2, which band were worried about Ray in 2007? Number 3, Lee Rosbach is captain in the first 10 series of which TV show? So number 3, Lee Rosbach. I suppose it could be Roebuck. So Lee Roebuck served as the captain in the first 10 series of which TV show? I'll spell that for you. Rosbach. Number 4, who played Lofty the Oompa Loompa in 2024's film Wonka? Number 4, who played Lofty the Oompa Loompa in Wonka? Number 5, with which band is Fred Durst the lead singer? Number 5, with which band is Fred Durst famously Fred Durst if he'd eaten too much? So number 5, with which band is Fred Durst famously the lead singer? Number 6, in the TV series Yellowstone, what is the name of the Indian reservation which borders the ranch? Number 6, in the TV series Yellowstone, what is the name of the Indian reservation that borders the ranch? Number 7. In the film GoldenEye, which British actor played Agent 006? Number 7. In the film GoldenEye, which British actor played the Agent 006? Number 8. What is the name of the main dragon in How to Train Your Dragon? Number 8. What is the name of the lead dragon in How to Train Your Dragon? Looking forward to the live action version. Number 9. Richard Gadd starred as himself in which Netflix TV series? Number 9. Richard Gadd starred as himself in which Netflix series? Number 10. Sheryl Crow performed the theme to which James Bond film? Question 10. Sheryl Crow performed the theme to which James Bond film? An underrated entry into the franchise, and quite prescient as well. That's your 10 on the entertainment round. We haven't done one of those for a few weeks. Hope you enjoyed those questions. Let's return to general knowledge. What were the answers? Number 1. Which character is portrayed by Ariana Grande in the new film adaptation of Wicked? That's Galinda Upland, who of course becomes Glinda, the Good Witch of the North. At number 2, what name is given to piles of stones found on mountaintops? Cairns. Number 3, which is the only UK airport to be named after a football player, George Best? It's Belfast City. Number 4, in wrestling, what was the biosecure bubble that the WWE used during the COVID pandemic called the Thunderdome? Number 5, which ocean surrounds Hawaii? The Pacific. 6, in feet, how high above the floor is the net on a netball court? 10 feet. Number 7, what's the highest number on a roulette wheel? 36. Number 8, what is the name of the main fault that causes earthquakes around San Francisco? The San Andreas Fault. Number 9, conkers come from which tree? The horse chestnut tree. And number 10, rugby player Louis Rees-Zammit joined which NFL team this year? The Kansas City Chiefs. The answers to your entertainment round will be here after round number 3, which is after this quick break.
For over 50 years, Burlington's legacy has been great deals on coats for all weather conditions. So before you're caught unprepared for the winter weather, head to Burlington for name brands, quality items, and surprising fits for every family member. Stock up on coats, sweaters, and accessories before the cold hits, so you can finally stop avoiding the elements and start living comfortably. Warm up at your nearest Burlington location less than 1 mile away. Burlington. Deals, brands, wow.
Looking for a pickup truck to get just about anything done? Look no further. The Chevy Silverado EV isn't just the most powerful Silverado ever, with next-level towing capability and technology. It also offers game-changing versatility with the available multi-flex midgate and tailgate, which means Silverado EV helps you carry large, bulky, and oddly shaped items up to nearly 11 feet in length. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Visit Chevrolet.com to learn more.
Welcome back to Takeaway Trivia. We continue into round number 3 of this week's quiz. And this week, it's the TAT 10. I'm going to give you 10 things, and you have to sort of answer them. This week, the subject is iconic film characters. So I'm going to name a film character. You have to tell me the actor who portrayed that character. Now, I have tried to pick film characters that are iconic, where only one person is truly associated with that role. Although there is one of them that is credited to a second actor. I will flag that with you, don't worry. So, character number 1 on the TAT 10 this week is quite simply Maximus. Have a think. What film is Maximus from? Where have you heard that character name before? And who is the actor behind them? So number 1, Maximus. By the way, on this round, we're only looking for the actor. However, if you want to make it trickier for yourself, give yourself an extra point if you get the film right as well. Character number 2 on the TAT 10 this week is Clarice Starling. So character number 2 on the TAT 10, Clarice Starling. Or Clarice Starling. I think it's Clarice, isn't it? Clarice Starling. Character number 3 is Sarah Connor. So we're identifying famous, iconic characters from films. All you need to do is tell me the actor behind the role. And character number 3 is Sarah Connor. If you want to engage hard mode on the quiz this week, name the film as well. Character number 4, Ferris Bueller. So character number 4, name the actor behind Ferris Bueller. Character number 5 is Tony Montana. Number 5, Tony Montana. Character 6 this week, Ellen Ripley. Number 6, Ellen Ripley. We continue this week's TAT 10. I'm asking you to name the actor who portrayed Donnie Darko. Number 7, Donnie Darko. Number 8 is Dorothy Gale. Character number 8, who's the actor behind Dorothy Gale? Number 9, Marge Gunderson. Character number 9 is Marge Gunderson. And finally on the TAT 10 this week, character number 10, T'Challa. So character number 10 is T'Challa. That's T'Challa. T'Challa. That's a tricky one. Think about that one. Alright, there's your 10 characters. Name the actors that portrayed them for your point. If you want a bonus point, name the film. I will reveal those answers shortly. Okay, then it's time for a session of answers. We've had your general knowledge answers a short while ago, so let's go back to entertainment. 10 questions. Number 1, what is the name of the infamous motel in which Janet Leigh's character is killed in Psycho? That was the Bates Motel. Number 2, which band were worried about Ray back in 2007? The Hoosiers. Number 3, Lee Robark served as the captain in the first 10 series of which TV show? Below Deck. Number 4, who played Lofty the Oompa Loompa in 2024's film Wonka? Hugh Grant. Number 5, with which band is Fred Durst the lead singer? Limp Bizkit. Number 6, in Yellowstone, what is the name of the Indian reservation which borders the ranch? Broken Rock. 7, in the film GoldenEye, which British actor played Agent 006? Sean Bean, or Sean Bean, that's what it looks like. Hasn't he died in like every film he's ever done? Number 8, what is the name of the main dragon in How to Train Your Dragon? Toothless. Number 9, Richard Gadd starred as himself in which Netflix series? Baby Reindeer. And 10, Sheryl Crow performed the theme tune to which Bond film? Tomorrow Never Dies. Let's move on to the next 10 answers. It was your TAT 10. Iconic film characters, name the actor. So it's just a point if you get the actor right. However, you can engage hard mode on this round. If you name the film as well, give yourself a bonus point. So number 1 was Maximus. That was a character, of course, from Gladiator, played by Russell Crowe. Number 2, Clarice Starling. The film was Silence of the Lambs, and the actor, Jodie Foster. Number 3, Sarah Connor from Terminator or Terminator 2, famously played by Linda Hamilton, although the actress Emilia Clarke has also portrayed Sarah Connor as well. Number 4, Ferris Bueller from the film Ferris Bueller's Day Off, was played by Matthew Broderick. Number 5, Tony Montana, Scarface of course, was played by Al Pacino. Number 6, Ellen Ripley from the Alien series of films, famously played by Sigourney Weaver. Number 7, Donnie Darko from Donnie Darko, played by Jake Gyllenhaal. Number 8 was Dorothy Gale from The Wizard of Oz, played of course by Judy Garland. Number 9, Marge Gunderson from Fargo, was played by Frances McDormand. And number 10, T'Challa, better known of course as Black Panther, played by the legendary Chadwick Boseman. That's your 10 answers on the TAT 10. That means all our answers are done for now. Brace yourself, we're going in for the final fling. We've made it to the final round of this week's Takeaway Trivia. Are you ready for 15 questions? Starting with number 1. The Vatican City's flag is square. Which is the only other country in the world to have a square flag? So number 1, other than the Vatican City, which is the only country to have a square flag? Number 2, who wrote the novel Peter Pan? Question number 2, who wrote the novel Peter Pan? Question number 3, apologies already for my Scottish pronunciations that are coming up. So, number 3, to which group of Scottish islands do Oscary, Burry and Carver belong? Question number 3, to which group of Scottish islands do Oscary, Burry and Carver belong? Number 4, general elections are traditionally held on which day of the week in Britain? Number 4, general elections are traditionally held on which day of the week in Britain? Question number 5. What stage name is shared by the WWE star Steve Borden and musician Gordon Matthew Thomas Sumner? Question number 5. What stage name is shared by WWE star Steve Borden and musician Gordon Matthew Thomas Sumner? Question number 6. Dupion, Habitai and Noil are 3 types of what fabric? Number 6. Dupion, Habitai and Noil are 3 types of what fabric? Number 7. In what year was the World Snooker Championship first televised? Number 7. In what year was the World Snooker Championship first televised? Question number 8. Lancelot Brown, who is known as England's greatest gardener, was born in Northumberland in 1716. However, he was better known by what name? So number 8, what name was Lancelot Brown better known by? He is also known as England's greatest gardener. Basically, if you go to many National Trust stately homes around the UK, he will have had his hand in some of their gardens. Born in 1716, Lancelot Brown is better known by what name? A very famous gardener here in the UK. Number 9, football team Queen of the South are located in which Scottish market town? Number 9, the football team Queen of the South are located in which Scottish market town? Number 10, which environmental phrase was coined by Swedish scientist Svante Arrhenius? You know, every week when I say this is a harder round, I think it's for the pronunciations for me, not actually for the questions. So number 10, which environmental phrase was coined by Swedish scientist Svante Arrhenius? Number 11, F.D. Roosevelt, Stalingrad and Louis Blanc are all what? Ooh, this is a hard question. So number 11, F.D. Roosevelt, Stalingrad and Louis Blanc are all what? I don't know whether to give you a clue on that one, because that seems really hard to me, but I think a clue would give it away. Let me know if you got it, because that's a tricky one. Number 12, the world's tallest grass can grow to 35 metres. What's it called? Number 12, the world's tallest grass can grow to 35 metres. What is it called? Number 13, what is your star sign if you were born between June the 23rd and July 23rd? Number 13, what is your star sign if you were born between June the 23rd and July 23rd? Number 14, which human rights organisation campaigns for the release of political prisoners worldwide? Number 14, which human rights organisation campaigns for the release of political prisoners worldwide? Number 15, Tiger Woods won his first major in over a decade at which 2019 tournament? Number 15, Tiger Woods won his first major in over a decade at which 2019 tournament? Right, lovely, lovely. That is your 15 questions done. Feel free to look back at your answers, see if you can tidy any of them up. Each point is worth it, isn't it, in this round? Feel free to pause the podcast, but when you're ready, the answers are coming after this quick break.
This is the sound of your ride home with Dad after he caught you vaping. Awkward, isn't it? Most vapes contain seriously addictive levels of nicotine and disappointment. Know the real cost of vapes. Brought to you by the FDA.
This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients: popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
Welcome back to Takeaway Trivia, the final part of this week's podcast, which means it's time for the answers to the Final Fling. Number 1, which country's flag is the only square flag in the world other than the Vatican City? Switzerland. Number 2, who wrote the novel Peter Pan? J.M. Barrie. Number 3, to which group of Scottish islands do Oscary, Burry and Carver belong? The Orkneys or the Orkney Islands. Number 4, general elections are traditionally held on which day of the week here in Britain? Thursday. Number 5, what stage name is shared by the WWE star Steve Borden and musician Gordon Matthew Thomas Sumner? They're both known as Sting. Number 6, Dupion, Habitai and Noil are 3 types of what fabric? Silk. Number 7, in what year was the World Snooker Championship first televised? 1973. Number 8, Lancelot Brown, who is known as England's greatest gardener, was better known by what name? Capability Brown. Number 9, football team, the Queen of the South, are located at which Scottish market town? Dumfries. Number 10, which environmental phrase was coined by Swedish scientist Svante Arrhenius? The greenhouse effect. Number 11, F.D. Roosevelt, Stalingrad and Louis Blanc are all what? I think this is one of the hardest questions on Takeaway Trivia, so if you got it right, well done. They are all metro stations in Paris. Number 12, the world's tallest grass can grow to 35 metres. What is it called? Bamboo. Number 13, what is your star sign if you're born between June the 23rd and July 23rd? Cancer. Number 14, which human rights organisation campaigns for the release of political prisoners worldwide? Amnesty International. And 15, Tiger Woods won his first major in over a decade at which 2019 tournament? The Masters. That's your Takeaway Trivia for another week. Hope you've enjoyed the questions. As always, a pleasure to be your quizmaster. I will leave you with one final tat fact. Did you know that if the Earth was to suddenly double in size, all trees would immediately fall over? This is because the surface gravity would be doubled. It would also mean dog size and larger animals would not be able to run without breaking a leg. Let's keep it the same size then, eh? Okay then, quizheads. I know every week I say have a safe week. The world just feels a little bit on edge lately, doesn't it? But genuinely, have a safe week, have a great week, and we will quiz again soon. Take care. I hope you're enjoying Takeaway Trivia. Don't forget, we're now available wherever you get your podcasts, so please subscribe, rate and review to help this quiz grow. Also, if there's anything you would like to be tested on, any subjects you'd like to hear in the quiz, please get in touch. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/takeawaytrivia or on Threads at Bar Wars. Finally, we're also available on YouTube, youtube.com/@takeawaytrivia. Happy quizzing! The intro music is There It Is by Kevin MacLeod, available from incompetech.filmmusic.io, licensed by creativecommons.org.